y'all, it is your favorite nerdy girl here, Nerdy Girl Reviews, aka Ross Barron, and I just want to do a really quick update to the Oscars, which again I don't normally review them, but since I reviewed it last year, I figure I'd bookend for this year's. There wasn't much scandal. We didn't get the Chris Rock, Will Smith updated jokes, which were kind of like, wah wah. I wish they had, honestly. There were a couple of digs here and there. But what I will say is that I am super happy for Brendan Fraser. Fraser is Fraser because I want to say Fraser, but it's not Fraser. Fraser for Best Actor. He won for the movie The Whale. Obviously, our winning and leading contender of Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I believe that's the title. Now, I haven't necessarily seen it. I do feel like I need to watch a good portion of these films just for the simple fact that yeah, that way I have a better understanding. But their acceptance speeches, which I can also link in the description box below if you haven't seen them, but they were really moving, and you can relate. And it was something that was so heartbreaking because it's sad that now look, we can't lament. It's 2023, and we don't still to this day have fair representation. On the silver screen, and even in terms of TV format, we don't have enough representation, and us Latinos are still kind of like scratching just to get seen. That's why I was so happy with Wakanda Forever, and definitely when they've interviewed Tenoch Huerta, when he talks and raves about his character of playing not only a major role, a major speaking role in this film, like he really embodies and is the king. He's a king of Talocan. I mean, like, come on, like that's major for a Marvel movie production and film to be screened in movie theaters and at home with the comfort of your home with Disney Plus. That's major for somebody who is of indigenous ethnicity to see them so well represented. And side note, I just wish that honestly, aside from yes, the incredible talent of Angela Bassett and being nominated for best supporting actress, which she did not win. She lost to Jamie Lee Curtis, but I think it needed to be more than just her. I believe that Wakanda Forever was up for Best Costume, and of course Ruth Carter, and that was groundbreaking in itself. The first African American woman to win two statues for that category back to back. I mean, well, at least when when Black Panther was released, she won for that year, and then this year she won for Wakanda Forever. Beautiful, brilliant, genius, and the attention to detail, and how she was able to encompass all that history of both Wakanda and Talocan and immerse that into the visuals that we saw. Just beautiful genius. But that's why I also recommend, please see my review for Wakanda Forever, and I will link that somewhere here in the description box. All the intricacies that went into making this film. I mean, it should have been up for much more categories. Definitely for best direction, visual. I don't know if they were up for visual, but the fact that Avatar won. Again, I haven't seen it, so don't come for the messenger. I'm just saying that there was just so many details, attention to details in Wakanda Forever, that it needed to be in more categories. Best direction, best screenplay, something. Nonetheless, Best Picture won for Everything Everywhere All at Once. We have our Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, well, she's been in the game for how long? And so has Angela Bassett. I get it. People were trying to create a rift there. They were trying to create some drama there, which I thought was unnecessary. Look, we already had it. I think it also has something to do with just publicity. They saw how people were thirsty for Scandal with Will Smith and Chris Rock. So here they are trying to create some controversy just because Angela didn't seem too happy that Jamie had won. But like, come on, like, again, I think we're all kind of feeling for Angela because she was snubbed when she should have won for What's Love Got to Do with It, that biopic where she interpreted, she was Tina Turner. And she did a remarkable job. But look, this has happened consistently and continuously throughout decades. I mean, for heaven's sake, Denzel Washington should have won for Malcolm X and didn't. And he won for Training Day, where he plays a villainous character. Was it the best? Was that something that he should have won that statue for? No, it should have. It really should have gone to him for Malcolm X. But again, we all know the politics and the social climate and the people who are holding all the cards and all the power in Hollywood, and that's why it gets presented or gets awarded the way it does. Let's just be honest. Call a spade a spade. So, but he got it. He still nonetheless got it. So again, as long as Angela is still working, we're talking about really famous, well-to-do people who I'm sure Angela doesn't have to audition anymore, and she can literally cherry pick her roles. So again, I know we all like, oh, it should have gone, and it should have, and she did look disappointed. Like, she didn't even clap when Jamie won. But nonetheless, like, stop trying to pit people against each other. Let it be, let it fly. Let's just be happy. Jamie's been in the game since I think my whole existence since 1979. So she's been in the game, and she is known as a horror movie scream queen and has done all this. That's been her meat and potatoes for as long as we can remember. But and again, I have not seen this role, but let her have it. Let her have her shining moment, And also the same goes for our best supporting actor of Ki Hugh Kwan. Who doesn't remember him? Dada! From freaking the Goonies. Goonies never say die. Oh my God. I can't tell you. His speech was so moving and beautiful. And you felt for homie. You want to be in those shoes, and the way he just like encouraged other people to follow up on their dreams. He never gave up. He still found a way to still be in the industry and make money, and never would have thought that he was going to be on the silver screen again, not as a leading man, and then to win. Like, my heart broke in hearing his speech. But oh my God. And also when it won Best Picture, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it was presented by Harrison Ford, it was the most touching of scenes, because they did Indiana Jones together, and it's just the reunion of them both. And not for nothing, I gotta give it to these Goonies. I mean, they're still very much brothers. They're still very much involved in each other's lives, and they gave each other shout outs on Twitter. For heaven's sake, his lawyer who worked out the role for him in this film, Key is Junk, which that's not his real name. I think his name is Josh something. I don't have his last name, but Junk. Hey, you guys, come on. And there's even references to it in Looking. If you haven't seen the show, I can't recommend it enough. Looking is one of my favorites from HBO, and I just did a review for The White Lotus where Murray, you captivated my heart, and you still do. I loved you. I've loved you in all your follow-ups and all these other new shows that you're doing the damn thing. You won an Emmy. It wasn't a Golden Globe. You won the Emmy for The White Lotus, but he's such a brilliant actor. And yes, the Daniels won for Best Director, and I think for Best Screenplay. I mean, it's Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. Forgive me, you know how I am with names, but again, And yeah, I would like, honestly, to have seen all the films, but again, you can only do so much and it's so expensive these days. But nonetheless, slowly but surely, I will get to all of them. And it was just a remarkable show. But they are still trying to create controversy. They even. I will link the interview below. I think her name is Ashley Graham. She's the plus size model that was an America's Top Model. And they have her as correspondent on the red carpet. Her dress, if you can say it's a dress, it was kind of really more of a skirt and top, and the skirt was very revealing. And again, I'm not body shaming whatsoever, but it was a little revealing. She was interviewing Hugh Grant at the time, and people were like, oh, he was so rude, he was so nasty. Look, that's just Brit humor. You know, I think maybe he got away with it when he was a little younger, but now that he's a little mature in the face, and I think it's not so cute. But like, he wasn't rude. I think he was just quick and probably just like was there to just do his thing and bounce. You know, not everybody has to be so like schmoozy, and people are not used to that. So stop creating controversy where there is none, really. In fact, I just would have appreciated somebody bringing about the highlights of Chris Rock's special on Netflix, which I also made some commentary here, and I will link that here if you haven't seen it. And I do recommend you watch it because he really did get Will back and Jada back, deservingly so. But nonetheless, again, it was a great show. I loved it. Rihanna was beautiful, pregnant and all, but they stop putting her on platforms where she could fall. Please stop. You know, she's a little far along in her pregnancy, so please stop doing that. But it was a great show. Can't recommend it enough, and I think you can see the full recast of it or telecast of it on Hulu, so, or YouTube. So that's my commentary, my quick commentary. And if you thought the same or think different, please leave us a comment down below. Give us a like, give us a share. If you'd like to follow me here on YouTube, hit the subscription button and the notification button so you can be alerted of my next DIY, my next haul and review. And until next time, y'all, let's play this out. Little classic. 07 featuring Sophie Barker in the waiting line. All right, XOXO, Nerdy Girl.